By Benjamin Bullard, the Cullman Times, Tribune News Service. A beginning skydiver was no worse for wear after being rescued from a leafy landing in Cullman Saturday. Even if it did mean hanging out, quite literally, in the air a whole lot longer than a jumper typically does. Responders with the Vinemont-Providence Volunteer Fire Department and Colburn's tree service answered the call to help get the unnamed parachutist out of the tree where her parachute had snagged. The woman, whose jump veered off its planned landing course and put her above a stand of trees near the intended open field, was not injured in the incident. The jump occurred Saturday afternoon on a routine flight originating out of the Cullman Regional Airport, with the woman, a student learning the basics through Vinemont-based Skydive Alabama, deploying her reserve parachute before coming to rest in the treetops. Skydive Alabama instructor Nick Rains said Monday that tree hang-ups are always possible in forested areas like North Alabama, though they're an infrequent occurrence. They're also not typically injurious or life-threatening, he added, though unlike Saturday's incident, which ended near an open area, they can happen in some pretty inconvenient places. I think the whole event, from the time the fire department received the call to the time she was safely back in the hangar, lasted maybe 45 minutes, he said. She was unharmed, and fortunately came to land in an accessible area. Sometimes getting to a diver isn't that easy. A couple of years ago, we had a guy who ended up in the trees a lot farther back from the treeline, and that one was a bit more memorable, especially for the tree service people who had to use spikes and ropes to shimmy their way up. All of Skydive Alabama's jumpers are equipped with communication radios as part of their loadout, and the diver on Saturday was able to communicate with her supporting flight crew throughout the incident. We had a radio on her, as we do on all our students. We pulled her up on the radio, and of course our first concern is to make sure that she was okay, said Rains. We go to great lengths with our beginning students to go over their landing options, reviewing maps of the surrounding area before ever heading out on a jump. Skydiving is all about risk mitigation. We really try to do everything we can to take something that is inherently dangerous, and plan for executing it safely. Looking for an alternate landing area once a flight is underway is a built-in part of their training. Aside from a good story with a happy outcome, the stuck student isn't likely to face any good-natured ribbing from fellow skydivers for her first brush with landing in the leaves, Rains said. He added, though, that skydiving culture does tend to jokingly stigmatize experienced divers who gain a reputation for repeated hang-ups. You do see that, he laughed.